do whenever I don't have a role anymore. My schedule is full up 24/7. Within the first week, I started noticing a difference. After a month, they were actually loose. After the first month, I started having people come up to me and ask, "What are you doing? You've lost so much weight." The insecurity after having a child and your body changing, I just wanted to cover everything up. Whereas now I've been to several formal events and I've worn fitted clothing that I would never, ever put on.
This journey's for you, and you are doing it for yourself. It's time to put you in first place. Hey Stormee, how's it going?
It's going good.
Good. How's your day? How's everything been?
Pretty good. Busy as usual.
Amazing. So, for anybody who's watching this, Stormee, do you mind introducing yourself and giving some background on just who you are, what you do, and a little bit of like where you were months before we started? I mean, a couple months before we started, and where you are now on your health and fitness journey so far.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Stormee. I'm a high school English teacher. So I work from 7 to 3 every day. I'm also a mom, which means that my job doesn't stop whenever I leave work. And I'm also a graduate student because I just got my master's. I'm trying to get more education. So my schedule is full up 24/7. On top of that, I also teach at church too. So even on the weekend, I'm busy. It never stops. And a few months ago, I found myself overweight, having hormonal issues. And my doctor basically told me, if you want to see any type of improvement in your hormone levels, you're going to have to lose weight and you're going to have to start getting more sleep. So I tried it on my own and nothing, had no progress whatsoever. Became desperate and pretty much put myself in a calorie deficit, which only made it worse. And I was feeling extremely exhausted. I was burnt out. I didn't want to work. Couldn't find any food I enjoyed. Didn't find any enjoyment in anything because there was no success for me. And lo and behold, Raul's videos popped up on Facebook for me, and I started following his workouts that he was doing, and still wasn't seeing any progress. But he reached out and introduced himself, and I thought it was fake. I did not believe it. But he decided to do a Zoom with me, and I was like, you know what? I've tried everything on my own. I obviously can't do this, so I'm going to try this way. And if it works, then I'm 100% in. And within the first week, I started noticing a difference. I was getting better sleep. I had more energy. I actually wanted to do my workouts and lost weight just within the first week.
Wow, what an amazing introduction. Crazy. I knew how busy your schedule is, but
Yeah.
it's like you saying it out loud all over again. It's insanely busy. And you still make time with your
Oh,
kid.
yes.
You still
Yes.
make time with church, with work, masters, etc., right?
Yeah.
A lot of now you used to be eating how many calories when you say you were in a calorie deficit?
900 to 1200.
Which is crazy. And now, Stormee, how many calories are you eating?
1900 to 2000.
Yeah, huge difference, right? And like, when I gave you, because I started you at 2,000 calories, going from 900 calories to 2,000, what was your first instinct in your head? Was it, I'm gonna gain weight eating that much? Or was it, I don't know, what was it? You tell me.
My first thought was, how am I supposed to eat that much? Where am I supposed to fit all of this food? There's no way this is going to happen. But when I saw the layout of, hey, this is what you're going to eat at breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner, I was like, okay, so we're not going to be snacking a bunch. We're just going to be eating actual meals. Let me try this out. And it was hard at first because I wasn't used to eating so much. So I would feel nauseous at first just from trying to eat and not realizing, hey, you can cut that meal in half and eat one part now. And when you're hungry, eat the other part as long as you get it in at some point.
That's exactly it, right? Like your body takes time to adapt. And hey, in your case, your body adapted fairly quickly. You pushed yourself to make that change as well. But at the same time, it's like from eating 900 calories, 9 to 1200, to jumping to 2000, it's going to take your body a little bit of time naturally to adapt to that change. But you made it happen because you're like, I'm going to trust the process, or what was your headspace?
So I don't know if you remember, but I had told you like I'm so hungry whenever I go to the gym and I've
Yeah.
already eaten my snack. What am I supposed to do? And you're like, hold on, I want you to lay out a day for yourself. Tell me what you do from the time you get up until you go to bed. And when I laid it out, you said, let's try fasting. And you were like, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to get used to it, but you can do it. And just you telling me that and me trying it. Now, it was hard within the first week of forcing myself not to eat until a specific time because I was so used to getting up and that was the first thing I got to do. It was hard for about the first week, but after that, I adjusted. I didn't have headaches. I wasn't hungry at the gym anymore. I could get through a workout and not feel like I was going to pass out, and actually had an appetite for all of the food that I had versus feeling, just too full and not able to eat anything.
That's exactly it, right? And that worked for a period of time, because now we recently last
Yes.
your body like kind of spoke to you again in a way where you're like, I'm so full. And now we got rid of the fasting now.
Yes.
Yeah, which you found has been a big difference for you too, right?
Yes.
So it's that constant change and constant like progression as we progress. We're always making those changes for you. What do you think was your biggest problem in the past?
I would have to say thinking that I could get all of my protein from the typical advertised protein, thinking that, oh, if I'm going to get my protein, I need to eat this protein bar or I need to have this protein shake. I need to make sure I have a protein coffee every single day to meet my protein goal whenever I'm getting my protein from food, from whole food, not from pre-made things. I can literally just get chicken and eat chicken with broccoli. I don't have to go buy, things that are on the shelf that are, more expensive than what Whole Foods cost.
Do you find that you've been saving money in a way now than what you were before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought a lot of unnecessary things that I thought would help me on my fitness journey, and all it did was literally, it was just money. That was it. It wasn't even wholesome food that was making me feel better.
Can you say that investing in a coach has genuinely saved you money in total compared to the past?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like I have a clear headspace. I actually have the drive to go to work and do the things that I need to do versus me thinking, oh, here I am again, hitting a plateau and I'm still not eating enough. And, I'm constantly throwing money into all of these different, fitness things that did not help me at all.
Yeah. And that's what like a lot of people is that misconception, right? Is like they think that oh, they're investing in a coach is kind of money down the drain, or like they can't afford it, but we always say like it's going to end up saving you money in the long term.
Yes.
You know what I
And
mean?
the thing is, it is expensive, especially for someone in my profession, because I mean, we get paid once a month and we're at the bottom of the totem pole whenever it comes to money. But I would rather spend the money on a fitness coach than look at people today who are using, Monjaro or Ozempic or all of these different weight loss shots. Look at how much those cost a month. And guess
Yeah.
what happens when you stop taking that shot and you go back to your old habits? You're back to square one where
Yeah.
you can invest in a trainer that's going to show you this is what you need to eat, this is what you need to do. Pay attention to your body so that you can figure out what you need to do. And we're going to help you do that so that you can change your life, not just get skinny.
That's exactly it. You said it best. You said it best. It's very true, right? And a lot of people think that like things like Ozempic or these weight loss pills and etc. are all like quick fixes, but like they're really not. You know what I mean? They're short term gratification for like long term of pain. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's truly what they do, and that's what people don't realize. What was your initial impression when we started the first day?
Oh, I don't know if I can do this.
Ah.
I don't know how legit this is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to stick to it because I'm one of those people, if I don't see results quick, I'm going to change up. Because I think that's just a human mindset. If we don't see the results, like you go to the gym one time and you're like, "Oh, my glutes are still the same size. I'm quitting. I'm not doing this anymore." So, at first I was like, "I'm just going to give it a go. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's just see." And at first I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm just not feeling it, but I'm gonna keep going. And here I am weeks later, and I'm like, what am I gonna do whenever I don't have roll anymore?
You're stuck with me forever. You're so funny. I love it. So now, from first day to first month, what's the difference? Your headspace that first day, and now you've been with us for over a month, but let's
Yeah.
say after a month, what
After a
was
month, I was shocked because my clothes were fitting different, and I just could like I went to put on just a pair of jeans, which I don't wear jeans often anyways, because as a teacher, we have to dress professionally. But I put on jeans and they didn't. They did not go the same way. They were actually loose. And I was
wow?
like, okay, okay, I saw the scale changing, but I did not expect this at all. This is good. And after the first month, I started having people come up to me and ask, what are you doing? You've lost so much weight. And it didn't seem like that much weight, but for people to come to me directly, like people that I see every single day at work, hardly ever talk to me and they want to know what I'm doing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's you sharing that with me. That's insane. I love that. I love that. The compliments are always like that added boost to you and yourself
Yes.
journey, right? It's like I always say, like this journey's for you, and you are doing it for yourself. It's time to put you in first place. But when other people around you start to notice all you and your hard work, it's such a beautiful thing, right?
Yes, because I don't notice it most of the time, especially just because I see myself every day. I mean, I get up and I look in the mirror, get myself ready. At the gym, there are mirrors all around the gym. I see myself and I just don't pay attention to the change. And when people like specifically tell you like, "Oh my gosh, your face is so much thinner," or I can tell your clothes are fitting looser. You don't think about it because you're so used to just getting up and dressing yourself every day and looking at yourself. You don't notice those things that other people see.
Yeah, absolutely, right? You see yourself in the mirror every day. You get used to what you see. It's almost like you're not seeing the change almost, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not about like reconfirmation from people, but it's more so just that added bonus. Like I said, it's that
Yes.
added bonus. Stormy, what do you think is the biggest impact on your mental health, physical health, and overall well-being that this program so far has provided you?
Um, I didn't have much confidence before. I wouldn't ever dress up for any type of occasion. I would try to wear just the biggest clothes possible. And I mean, I wasn't huge to begin with, but the insecurity after having a child and your body changing, I just wanted to cover everything up. Whereas now I've been to several formal events and I've worn fitted clothing that I would never, ever put on, and I feel confident in it. I don't feel like I have to, throw my arms over myself or throw a jacket on or, try to have something cover myself up. I can present myself exactly how I am and feel like a professional human being while also confident in the way that I look and feel, because I feel alive. I don't feel as if I'm just going through the motions every day.
Would you say you feel almost like a new person?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love this. I genuinely do. Thank you. I have a few more questions for you. So, there are some people who are stuck going through this yo-yo on their fitness journey, right? We
Hmm.
all know what a yo-yo is.
Yeah.
And so, can you pinpoint anything specific that's helped you lose weight, achieve your dream body? Was there anything that you did necessarily differently?
Um, I stuck to the plan. If you told me this is what I needed to do, then that's what I did, and I didn't steer away from it. It really helped being able to talk to you about the struggles that I was facing, like, oh, I have a sweet tooth on this, or I have this, and you being able to tell me, like, hey, it's okay for you to have that. Don't do it every single day in large amounts, but it's okay for you to do that. Don't sit there and, prevent yourself from enjoying things. Make time for yourself. And having somebody just reiterate to me those things that I already know, but I'm too scared to actually do it because I'm scared I'm going to fail. That's what's helped me the most because already mentally I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And when I fail, I'm even harder on myself. So to have somebody say, like, no, we're not aiming for perfection, we're aiming for progress, and to see my progress, that's been my okay, I'm going to keep going because I keep seeing the progress. I don't want to slack up because I keep seeing the progress.
A lot of people have an all or nothing mentality, right?
Yeah.
I've had one a lot of my life as well. It's an all or nothing. It's either I'm in the gym, I'm hitting my nutrition, I'm doing my steps, I'm doing XYZ that I need to do, or because I'm injured, or because I'm on vacation, or because of whatever else excuse I give myself, I'm not going to do any of it because
Yeah.
even though I'm injured, that doesn't mean that I can't eat properly, that I can't drink my water or XYZ, but because I can't go to the gym, I'm not going to do any of it. Or because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's that
Yep.
all or nothing mentality that a lot of people have. And that's why I always tell everybody strive for progress, not perfection. Not every day is going to be perfect. And that's like your health and fitness journey. Not every single day is going to be perfect. Not every single day you're going to show up and feel 100% like you're on cloud nine, 100%. Like, it's reality, right? You
Yeah.
don't wake up, Stormy, every single morning feeling your best self, right?
No, last week was tough. I mean, I could, because I mean, I told you I could not get my nutrition on track, and that's why we had to meet because I was feeling at my lowest point at that point. Why can I not get this right? I keep trying and trying. What am I doing wrong? It changed up, and now I'm trying to, get with the change. But then slowly but surely, right back on track.
Yeah. What was a big change you did? What was something you did to make that happen?
Just started tracking my food a lot earlier instead of waiting till the last minute to figure it out.
It's the small changes, right? It's just the small changes that sometimes need to be made that it can be so in front of you, but you just really don't you don't see it sometimes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like the answer's in front of you, but you don't see it, but that's okay. That's okay. But if you have this all or nothing mindset or this like perfectionist mindset, you're never going to be end up you're never going to end up like at your end result, right?
Mm-mm.
Because I'm sure there's been a bunch of times you've had this all or nothing. How many times did you throw in the towel before you started this journey?
A lot. A lot. Because I mean, I started it a year ago and saw very minimal.
Yeah. And how many times did you want to consistently just quit, stop, and be like, I'm done with this and I'm
Oh, I
not.
did. I did. I was like what you said. I would go, if I went on vacation, I was like, Psh, I'm not going to the gym. I'm on vacation. Why? I'm not about to try and find a gym that I can go to. I don't have time for that. I'm trying to enjoy myself on top of, taking care of a kid and my husband and everything else. So, I mean, I was the same way, just all or nothing. And now I'm like, nope, we're going to accommodate. So when we do go on vacation, there's going to be a gym there. If not, now I have equipment that I can use and I can modify my workouts.
What's the biggest shift? Because you just said something. You said almost like putting yourself first. You know, what was the
Yeah.
biggest mindset shift for you? You're a mom. You're busy. We know you're busy. You work. Your masters. Blah blah blah. Right.
Hmm.
What was the biggest mindset shift for you where you're like, okay, you know what? I do need to start putting myself and my health first in order, I call it being selfish to be selfless,
Yes.
right? That's what I call it. I'm like, hey, put yourself first so you can be there for everybody else around you the way they want you to be and the way you want to be.
Right.
Showing up your best version of yourself. But what was your like, hey, this is what I need to do?
Seeing so many people, I'm 30, which is young, but seeing so many people my age and even like just a little bit older in their 40s just falling out and dying, like, because they're not healthy. And that scares me because I can't leave a family behind because I chose to be selfish and not take care of myself. because that is selfish if you're not taking care of yourself. And if I'm going to be selfish, it should be by taking care of myself so that I can continue to do the things that I'm doing, not just fall out or, get injured because, whether it's weight related or hormone related, that's not how I'm going to go out. Not when I have the control at my fingertips.
I love that. I love that. I think honestly, you said it best, right? You said it best. You reiterated my terms of being selfish to be selfless. And it's taking that leap, but realizing that you're doing it all for you, but also everybody around you. Because you're a giver. I know you now. So you're a giver. I'm a giver. But in order for us who want to give so much to others, we need to give to ourselves as well, right?
Yep.
Stormy, what would you say to someone who's stuck on their weight loss journey and wants to lose weight, feel better, and achieve their dream body?
Do you actually want it? And if you do, and you're not doing it by yourself, you need to reach out to somebody that has the proper knowledge of it, because those of us that are, on social media, the social media people don't 100% know what they're talking about because everybody's different. You need something that's geared towards your body and your lifestyle that's going to change.
I love it. I love it. What's next for you, Stormy? What's the next goal? What's our plan? Share it.
Oh, well, my first goal was to at least be at 175, and I was like, I'm about to hit that, so I've got to create something else. My next goal is to be at 160 by the end of summer. I feel like that's just to get me out of the obese range, which I know not everyone goes off of BMI, but I feel like for me to be at my optimal health, I would really like to be around that weight. And at some point, I would really like to run at some point. Right now, I absolutely hate running. I don't like running, but I really would like to do some type of marathon, whether it's a 5K or a color run or something along those lines. And I feel like once I get the weight off, my endurance up, then I'm going to do a run for the first time
Let's
in my life.
let's go. We're gonna get you there. We are going to get you there. I love it, Stormy. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing this with me, with everybody. Any final words you'd like to share?
Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. Because if you didn't do what you do, then people like me who have no idea what they're doing would still be stuck and miserable and trying to go to a doctor who's only going to try to prescribe medication for the situation when you're literally helping me heal myself from the inside out.
Thank you. That means a lot. That really does. Thank you. All right, we're gonna end this interview here. Thanks so much, Stormy.